Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do something a little different. Typically I do clothing reviews, but I wanted to kind of branch out a little bit, and today I want to do a review on some protein powder. So I do not take whey protein pretty much at all if I can help it. I am pretty intolerant to most dairy products, including whey. When I drink whey protein powders, they tend to make my stomach hurt. I feel very bloated. It's not a good time. So I did end up switching to vegan protein powders, but as anybody else who may drink vegan protein powders knows, it can be very hit or miss to find a decent one. You often run into issues with being very gritty. There's definitely an aftertaste that can be a lot stronger than with whey proteins typically, and a lot of times they go with more of the natural sweeteners that aren't sugar, and stevia is a big one, and me personally, I do not like the taste of stevia. I just don't like it. So I just wanted to maybe start taste testing some of these on camera and letting you guys know my thoughts. Maybe somebody else who has to use or wants to use vegan protein powders might find this information helpful. The other thing is the vegan protein powders tend to be more expensive than whey protein powders. It's a lot harder to find a cheap vegan protein powder in comparison to a halfway decent cheap whey protein powder. Today I'm actually going to be reviewing Walmart's Equate brand plant-based protein powder. It is a pea and quinoa blend, no artificial flavors or coloring, no artificial sweeteners either, I believe, because it is sweetened with sucralose, which is derived from sugar, so I guess that counts as not artificial. This one has 190 calories and 30 grams of protein. 30 grams of protein I think is really good for a protein powder that is vegan. Most vegan protein powders you're looking at about 20, 25 for the most part. They're definitely not nearly as high as whey protein powders tend to be. Now this is 2 scoops per serving, and it says to mix it in 8 to 12 ounces of water, milk, or your favorite cold beverage. I do almond milk because, again, I can't do dairy. So almond milk is my typical milk replacement of choice. I am only going to do a half serving because I had a full protein shake earlier before I went on a walk. That was my breakfast. I'm gonna be upfront and say this is not my favorite protein. My current favorite is actually from Ghost brand. It's their pumpkin spice cake. It is the one I find the most pleasant out of the ones I have tried so far, as far as like texture when it mixes down in flavor and all that jazz. But let me go ahead and start mixing this in. So let me start with the smell. It does smells like vaguely vanilla, but also kind of like something earthy almost. It smells like a health food. I don't know how else to describe it. Texture wise, the powder is very fine, which is very nice, and I will say this powder does tend to mix fairly well and get very smooth. It's probably the smoothest of the vegan proteins I've tried. Unless I'm on the go, I use one of these to mix my protein drinks. If I'm on the go, then I will use a shaker cup with a shaker ball, but I just like this. So I pretty much never drink this shake just as is because, again, I've already tasted it. I already know how it tastes. I already know I don't really like it, but I'm gonna taste just the protein drink now on camera so I can kind of go over a little more clearly what I don't like about it and what I do to make it drinkable. Again, the smell gets a little stronger once you mix it with the almond milk. It kind of smells like something like a vanilla dessert made with not sugar. Okay. So as I'm drinking it, first thing I notice, it's very smooth. The one issue that I have with the Ghost proteins, even though flavor-wise they are my favorite, they definitely have a grittier texture. They don't get super duper smooth like most whey proteins that I've had tend to, it's like drinking chocolate milk or whatever flavor you end up getting. But Ghost vegan powders are not like that. They tend to be on the grittier side. This is quite smooth. So, point in their favor. I'm not getting chunks of unmixed protein powder. I'm not feeling like I'm drinking something with sand in it. I don't know how to describe the flavor. It's vaguely vanilla, but honestly the vanilla is not a particularly strong flavor. It just kind of tastes like lightly sweetened milk, but then it has that earthy aftertaste that most vegan protein powders have. I can tolerate this for a little bit. I can take a couple sips of this naked as is before I start to really notice the taste, and the more I drink it, the less I like it. So what I have taken to doing to make this more drinkable is I actually mix it with some of the chai concentrate from Trader Joe's. So it's just like a super concentrated chai mixture, spiced, so you get lots of cinnamon in there. I will add 1 serving of that, the 2 scoops of the protein, 300 to 400 milliliters of the almond milk, and then I will, in addition to the chai concentrate, I also add I have a bottle of Cinnamon Toast Crunch Cinnadust. So it's cinnamon and sugar together, and I will add some of that on top. That makes it a lot more drinkable. I'm able to get most of the way through an entire shake before it really the flavor starts to hit me, and I have to stop because it's getting to be too much. So to kind of sum it all up, this is an okay powder. I think with the price of it, being able to jazz it up with other things to kind of mask the inherent flavor of the protein, this is doable. Will I buy this one again? Probably not. I won't say I wouldn't recommend it because, again, it's pretty affordable, especially when compared to other vegan protein powders. And it's a small thing, but something else that I like is that each serving is 2 scoops, so it makes it easier to do like a half of a shake if I'm just eating, like, my standard breakfast is breakfast sandwiches. I make them myself at home with chicken or turkey sausage, low-fat cheese, egg whites, low-carb bread. So with the double scoop serving, it's really easy to do half of a serving and still get a pretty decent chunk of protein. Yeah, for me personally, I don't think I would purchase this one again for myself unless I absolutely had to. Thank you very much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, subscribe if you're feeling particularly generous. If you'd like to see more videos of me reviewing products that aren't just clothing, let me know. You can tell me down in the comments. Bye.